I think that's
a
an
very good
excellent
idea. And Manchester is the centre of the world, so we should ask Manchester to coordinate it.
It's probably both. It's a very good suggestion. I think there is one sort of note of caution, not about the idea, but op-ed pieces are necessarily pieces by their authors. So they can't really be on behalf of this grouping or this conference. I think it's an excellent idea, and the more people who, there are many people in this room capable of writing effective pieces of that sort, and I think we should all encourage those people to do so. And it would be good for somebody, as it were, to keep a record of these. I'm not sure that it needs coordination, but it certainly needs, it would be very nice if people who did feel inspired to write op-ed pieces would notify perhaps the Eugenides Foundation and our institute of the fact and send copies so we can actually start to build a record of outcomes. And there may be other outcomes from this meeting as well. I think that would be a splendid thing. But I don't think it can be done in a way that people would purport to speak for this grouping as a whole, because we have...
Yes.
That could certainly be sent. That could certainly be sent.
Absolutely.
I think that would be... I'm sure I've met wonderful people here who I didn't know before. And I think most of us, unless anybody has objections, most of us would appreciate receiving a mailing list of the attendees. I certainly would. And unless anybody, if anybody doesn't want to be on that list, they can notify us. But on the assumption that most people would, I would certainly very much appreciate that myself. So that's a very good suggestion. Any other points for now? We don't have to cover everything now. Once we have the mailing list, we can communicate with each other jointly or severally. But I would like suggestions sent to us at the Institute in Manchester, and I think the address is on the paper and the program, and probably also to the foundation here, of any suggestions for action points other than the ones we've just had. I think rather than go, there's still about 50 people in this room, and to hear from all of us individually would take us another hour and a half, I imagine. So may I suggest that further suggestions for action points or other outcomes be sent to the two hosts. Okay, be sent to us in Manchester, and we will not only send them on to the foundation, but circulate them to everybody on the mailing list. And I hope that we will all find occasions to meet one another, not necessarily in this way, but possibly in this wonderful place in the future. I think we should wind up the meeting now. I would like to say again that this has been a wonderful 3 days. I think everybody who has had the privilege of being here has enjoyed it immensely and has found out so many valuable things and made so many new and, I think, enduring and important contacts. So this has been a wonderful meeting. It's been a real privilege to be part of it. Again, we must thank Leonidas and the Eugenides Foundation for their generosity in supporting this meeting, and all his excellent staff for the smooth running and the seamless way that this meeting has gone on, and all of the wonderful things that we've done. So. Most of us attend many meetings, but this has certainly for me been one of the most pleasurable and most valuable that I've attended. So my personal thanks to everybody in this room for making it such a wonderful event. And I know most of us are going to meet this evening for dinner, so that will be a further pleasure for all of us. So I think on that particular note, we ought to close the meeting.
Before we totally close, I'd also like to thank John and Emilios for having that train journey and setting it all up. So I think we should give them a hand.
Thank you.
And there will be the arrangements, I understand, for the speakers' dinner which is those who have spoken are invited, of course, tonight. There's a bus leaving the hotel at 7:45, so be down there in the lobby for that. We're going to the King George Hotel in St Agnes Square.
Yes, of course.
Yes, yes.
Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Vasily, 10 o'clock.
It's great to see you. We'll be in touch.
Which includes yesterday's.
I think it's nice to have a club, you know, people have to make political decisions, you know.
That's a debate. We'll continue. Peter will be on your side.
You're not going to the dinner. You're not going to the dinner.
Yeah, but he's not on my side on the privacy thing. Taking the court will sort it out. To me, that's even more outrageous, you know, and I maybe you agree with me.
Anyway, I can't see you this evening, unfortunately, because we've got some people to see. So we'll be in touch. Yeah, definitely. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, pleasure. Very nice to meet you. No, I don't think so. We've got to have some people to see. What? Okay. Let me. Yeah. Did I give you my card earlier? No. Okay. Have you got a card? Where are you based? Okay. Very good. Okay. Fine.
I just wanna be a great time for you, and I just light up a smile in your blue, and I just wanna